Choose love, y'all. Hey. Love, LuvLees, LuvLees, love. Lot of love. Big love. Love, what? Hey, love. Choose love, y'all. Love, lot of love from above. I love you.
I love you too. Thank you, guys.
Yo! I don't know. I felt like clapping.
We just got out of church.
What's up? Hey, when you do it. What's up, everybody? I'm Malachi Lee.
I'm Danny Lee.
Together.
We are
the
LuvLees.
LuvLees. Choose love.
Yeah.
Got our wedding photo here. Mm-hmm. Yes. This is real life situations. We've been married.
Thank you, Andrea, for giving us this photo, actually.
Shout out to Andrea.
Yeah.
Episode 3 coming to you live in your speaker box, in your phone, your TV, your tablet, your car, wherever you may be listening, watching, or paying attention to us. We are here for episode 3. Can you hear me?
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
No, can you hear me? Is
no,
the
can
question.
You hear me?
No, can you hear me?
We talking communication.
Oh, yeah, communication.
Communication and partnership in life, in just getting to understand. We're talking communication is a very key foundational principle to
a relationship.
Whether that be marriage or regular relationship, brother, sister, mother, father, son.
Dog, cat.
Communication.
Cat, dog.
Business partners.
Roaches. TV screens. Whatever.
Communicate.
Yeah, you gotta communicate. Don't be coming out here on a TV screen while I got company, Stay your butt in the dark.
And if they don't hear you or understand you, that
you
gotta
rate them. Yeah.
Bam, you gotta rate them.
Yeah.
We're live on our YouTube, on our Instagram.
But
only for long.
Only for a little second.
If you want to tap in, go over to our YouTube. Thank you to our 100 and something subscribers. 167.
Okay, 167. That means I'm just playing. I mean nothing.
you had some
super spiritual.
Yeah. Hey, 167. Come on, somebody. 1 + 6 + 7 is.
I don't know.
Dang,
we
13,
slow.
14.
Yeah.
Equals 14.
Number 14.
Oh, okay. Stream y'all. Let's see y'all.
Oh, what happened?
Ooh, hey, fireworks.
We got the fireworky one.
And we've also been married for 4 months.
4 months, yeah.
4 months and something days.
What's today?
Today is the 4th.
Oh, okay. That many days.
Yeah, don't do it.
As you can see, we don't know math, and that's why we love each other.
On the 13th, we're creatives. We're comedians, creatives, actors. You know what I'm saying? Celebration. Because on the 13th of August, we'll be celebrating our 5th month wedding anniversary.
5, which is the number of grace.
Yes, it surely is.
I was trying to see if Streamlight did something. You're going to see us doing all kind of hand movements, trying to see.
Because it does
learn some stuff.
Look at
about
that.
The StreamYard. Yeah, got the hearty heart.
Okay.
I know.
Zoom in on your little heart.
It's
all
got
good.
A heart.
But y'all know what it is. We are talking love today. Glad to see y'all here. Glad that you are alive. I'm glad you're alive. How you feel?
Me too. I feel good. It's hard to lie to you.
Be real now.
Dog, it's been rough.
The people wanted to know the real.
It's been rough. I've been dealing with depression. We ain't gonna get into the details of it, but it's been very difficult.
Yeah.
Even today when I had to sing at the church house, somebody asked me if I was pregnant. I'm like, wow, I've been working out for the past 2 weeks faithfully, trying to get rid of this stomach. And it's not working fast enough. And so as I stood on the stage, I had to ask the Lord, help me not to cry in front of all these people. There was thousands of people waiting on us to sing.
Did you get the help, though?
I felt the Lord, but I still feel like crying a little bit.
So you felt the Lord? That wasn't help, though?
There was some help, but at least I didn't, because I was going to kick. Yeah, it was help.
Come on, it was help. Right.
Yeah,
you thought you couldn't, and you did.
And I did it. I made it.
You felt the Lord.
I made it in Jesus' name.
You felt the help.
Barely made it, but I made it.
Look to the hills from which come your help.
Look to the hills. I gotta look really high.
Yeah.
Because everybody's taller than me. You know, God is way taller than me.
The hill is high.
The hill is high.
It is.
Y'all tall people kind of got to do like this, but I got to do like this.
You do. You do.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're alive. I'm glad you're in the place to be.
Me too.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Beautiful Shirt?
Thank you. I tried to match your swag a little bit.
Okay.
You know, a little blue. It's got a little pink stripes in there.
I got a little bit. We kind of matchy.
You know what I'm saying? Like it go off the vibe. You know what I'm saying? I feel good myself. Earlier this week I wasn't doing the best.
Okay.
And you helped me.
Okay.
But today I've been tired today, but feeling emotionally good.
Okay.
You know, today was tired. I had a long day yesterday, and getting up early to get us to church and everything because you on the praise team, so we got to be there before the saints get there.
And then you might be mad at me, but I thought we had to be there at 9, but we actually had to be there at 9:30. But you gotta stay on time.
I saw Dwayne walking in at 9:30. I was like, wow. I was like, either he's super late or we was extra holy today.
Yeah, we was extra holy.
And I knew we was, because I'm like, Dwayne wouldn't have done that.
And I was talking about black folks too. I was like, dang, why black folks always late?
Mm-hmm.
And it was just early.
But it's all good. It's better to be early than late.
Yeah.
That's true.
You learning that from me, right?
I am.
Hallelujah.
Yep. Becoming a better person. So
me too.
Thank you all for being on us with this journey of marriage, of celebration, of communication, elaboration, collaboration, consultation,
evaluation, situation, medication,
meditation,
demonstrations,
put a situation. Now, come on.
Revelation, dedication, information,
elaboration.
Hey.
Today we are.
Don't go, please.
Nah, they here, man. If you rocking with us, we got some people tapping in on our Instagram. Nah, look, y'all trying to tap in.
But we about to be up out.
Yeah.
We got Kong, we got
Kong, what up?
Visionary,
what's up, y'all?
Visionary, what up, Jamar?
Go over to our YouTube page. So yes, YouTube, y'all here. Y'all tapped in.
All these beautiful comments on the Instagram.
Y'all tapped in.
Comment on the YouTube.
Come over. Bring that anointing over.
We're trying to make money.
Happy Sunday, happy day, happy life, happy wife, happy husband. You know what I'm saying? We here.
Both of them gotta be happy.
They do, man. They just one.
Selfish thing. When it's selfish, it don't work out.
It don't. Yeah. And that's why I'm grateful for you, because you are attentive to my needs. You know, you know, I know you may not think you are, but you are.
Because I be like, Lord, if I could just make it another day.
I know. But I don't feel, even some of the things like, I don't feel ostracized. You feel me? Like if there's something I need, I would just ask you, and you'll try to make a way. So thank y'all for tuning in, tapping in. Again,
about to be up out Instagram.
Instagram, that's all you get. Peace
Love
out.
Y'all.
YouTube on our Instagram, on our link in the bio. So today we are talking communication. All right, communication. Now, it's a very key to life. This is just a key to life, man. It's so much key to life that they have whole degrees in communication.
They do. So
you should know how important this is to life. And don't be afraid to comment. We love the comments, please. Even if it's just emojis or whatever it is, or share your input. So today we're talking communication. I'm doing good. You doing good. We doing good. So we here. We in the place to be. Let's get it rocking and rolling. You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah. So what is the definition?
Yep.
Of communication.
Yep. Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Like a pastor. What is the definition of communication?
Ooh, come on now.
Yeah.
Yes. Communication. Here we go. Communication. The imparting or exchanging of information or news. The successful conveying or sharing of ideas and feelings. Social contact. All right. A letter or message containing information or news.
Oh.
Yes. Communication.
Now, a question, because people don't know, I'm just a little baby older than you.
Little baby.
When I was in school, I had a pen pal.
Ooh.
And they would have us send a letter to our pen pal.
Across the globe.
Yeah. Did you ever have that?
That was weaning out when I was in school.
Okay.
But I knew about it.
Okay.
People had them. I didn't have one, but I knew of people that had them, yes.
Yeah.
Pen
I thought
pal.
that was a really cool way to teach kids how to communicate.
Communication. Yep. Writing letters, communicating back and forth. and showing the fact that communication can grow overseas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It can go either which way. So yes, that is communication. You know it is. So I'm gonna put that up one more time. Boom. So like that little side view. Mm-hmm. That's the definition. One more time. My favorite one that stuck out here is the successful conveying or sharing of ideas and feelings. The successful
is the word.
Successful conveying, because you can convey
not be successful
and not be successful, and that will not be good communication. Mm-hmm. It's a back and forth, and my definition is the back and forth. It's the give and take of information. Mm-hmm. I give it, you received it. Now, if I just give it and you didn't receive it, not saying you agreed, but just received it, understood it.
And then it also depends on how you give it, because you can give it the wrong way,
right,
and be mad that they didn't receive it, but
right.
They had every right not to receive it because you were yelling at them, or you were just being disrespectful.
Right.
So why would a person who loves himself receive some foolishness from you?
Come on, that's good. Now, as I was looking at this definition, I scrolled down and I saw the origin of communication. So I want to talk about this a little bit. Okay. It's the origin is Latin for communicare, which is to share. Yes.
I'm thinking about like the community when I think about communication too.
Communication, community, commune, come together.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So from verb communicare, to share. Yep. So it's to share something. I have something, I'm going to give it to you. I shared it.
That's a good way to look at it. And like, it's funny because in normal situations, if somebody shares something with you, you're very happy to receive it.
In most cases.
Most cases. Like normal situations, like, hey, I got you a gift. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Thank you.
I'm going to share these feelings with you.
Yeah,
I'm going to share this gift with you.
Yeah, but like if you're in a certain headspace and somebody about to share something with you, it's like, what are you about to tell me?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that. But it's kind of like you might be blocking off a gift. Because usually when you get a gift, the other person receives it, and then they give you something back, and then it becomes a communion type of thing, and y'all become one in your communication. Yeah,
breaking bread, sharing gifts, sharing. Yeah, I like that. That's good. That's good. And that's definitely one way to, come together. You know, as friends, as lovers, as family, wherever the case may be. We're going to share we're going to commune in our community as we communicate. Then, you know?
Yeah, so what do you do when you're not in a good mood and someone is trying to communicate something with you? How do you handle that?
Oh, that's tough. That's tough because, I mean, you always going to have, there's times where you are not in the best place and someone has something you like. So it's one way you can allow that person to help you in your feeling. You know, so if I'm not feeling the best, you got something for me. How can I get to a common ground so I can receive what you have for me? You know, elevate myself or get to this level where I can receive. So you kind of got to put yourself aside in a way, you know, to let me get on this common ground so I can understand. And this goes in business and in life and relationships, because if you have a boss or business partner or whatever it is, or you in a class, you getting a training for something, you may be having a bad day. But in order to get the training that you need to do the job that you need to do, you gotta adjust your mindset.
Adjust it. Yeah. And I think it's hard to do that even when it's something that you want. Because sometimes you could be in a job that you really hate, and you have to adjust your mindset and be like, oh, what do I do to receive this?
Wow.
But like, even like if you're in a marriage, you chose this marriage. So sometimes you have to remind yourself, like, this is something I want. So if I want it to work out, then I have to adjust my mindset to hear what he has to say or hear what she got to say. And then even the person that's bringing the gift of the communication, what kind of mindset is that person in? Are they in the calm mindset, giving information, or are they throwing the gift at the person?
Wow. Yeah. Because that could be another thing too. If you don't adjust your mindset, you either one, you can hear it the wrong way, or two, even if somebody does give it to you wrong, you can't respond in that way.
Mm-hmm.
If they did throw it, you got to find a way to, hey, you're throwing this. Mm-hmm. Let's not throw. You know what I'm saying?
Let's not throw, little Danny.
Yeah. Let's not throw. So that's good. That's good. I totally agree with that, you know, and that's just a part of being human. It's natural to be up and be down. That's just life, you know. But like you said, finding that common ground to let's communicate.
And just being transparent. Like today, we talked about something, and then that something didn't happen, and then I was upset about it. And we didn't talk about it right then and there, but I wanted to because I was very upset. But at the same token, it's like maybe you should wait to talk about it versus talking about it now, because it's not going to be profitable.
Exactly. Because in that particular stance, one, it was through text, and I'm like, let's wait to talk. Let's talk. Let's feel each other's energy. Yeah, we have this thing that's a disagreement, but let's wait. And two, the word was going forth, so I was trying to receive the word now as well. You know what I'm saying? And also the texting took me away from a certain scripture. And I'm like, okay, I gotta stay focused, because I've learned to come to church and really get the word. You know, I've learned that, you know, especially lately, that it's a level of communication where I have to be open to the word.
I need it so that I can take it with me throughout the rest of the week.
Throughout the rest, and through the rest of my life.
Yeah,
you know,
my life.
Let me increase. Let's literally increase my faith. Let me eat this spiritual food that's being given to me.
And then when we talked about it later on, it was like we were more calm.
Right.
Even though I was still annoyed, we were calm.
Yeah, and able to communicate effectively. Yeah. Okay, here's what happened. This was my standpoint. I didn't mean to offend you in this way, but it did happen, but this is why. And then you told your standpoint.
And you're right, like if you give your word, then your word should be your word. And this is why. I'm going to trust what you say.
Absolutely.
And you said, okay, I understand. It won't happen again.
Let's move forward.
Boom.com.
Yep. So, yeah, we're talking communication. Next, we have different styles of communication. Yeah.
You did some research. Look at them.
Yeah, we did this.
I know, I'm just trying to make you look good.
Thank you, baby. we a team. Because you do the great graphics.
Oh, so. Look at him. He's so smart.
I did do some research, but we built this show together. So, yes, there are styles of communication. Understanding your communication style. There's 4 main styles of communication: passive, aggressive, and assertive.
Wait a minute, passive aggressive?
No, passive is one.
Oh, okay.
Aggressive is the second.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
passive aggressive is the third.
Did it twice, okay.
And assertive.
Oh.
Those are the 4 understanding your communication style. Now we got this.
Passive aggressive. That's me.
Right.
I'm the one.
Passive aggressive. So we'll get to that in the end. Which style do you think we are?
Oh.
But hey, you started off the real with it. We got this research from, I believe it was Preston University. I believe it was some university online. I'm citing my sources, as you would say.
Yes, as you should.
Yeah. So passive communication. Appearing passive on the surface, but subtly acting out of anger. Asserting. Oh no, I wanted to start with passive. I'm starting with passive. My apologies. Passive communication. Not expressing feelings or needs, ignoring your own personal rights, and allowing others to do so.
People pleasing.
Yep. Deferring to others for decision making in order to avoid tension or conflict. Often leads to misunderstanding, built up anger or resentment. Can be a safer communication option when conflict may escalate to violence. That last one is deep. It said in some stance,
I don't want no trouble.
Yeah, in some stance you might want to let it pass.
Right. I'm not trying to get shot.
If you know they're gonna get rowdy, if you know they're gonna duck if you buck, just let it slide.
You might as well just duck.
Yeah, just duck.
If they're ducking if you buck, you might as well just duck.
Or if you know that if you say this, you're gonna start shooting or ducking.
Right, you know you got crazy.
Like, I'm gonna let this slide so I don't kill you. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that's how I am.
Yeah, you know.
I'm a little firecracker. You know I am.
You are. And I'm very level-headed, but there are certain things that'll get to me where I know I have to let this slide because it'll bring out a side of me. I may be in a one particular standpoint, a few weeks ago, probably about a month ago now, we did that show, and that guy did something to you.
Oh,
that comedian.
yeah.
And it almost brought me up, but I'm here to get my bread.
Passive communication.
I had to let it pass because I'm here to do a job. I'm here to host. Let me get my bread and go home.
Yeah.
He didn't harm you, but it was just he just overstepped the boundary.
But it wasn't enough for me to lose no money.
Exactly, and I also knew if I would have addressed it, I don't know how I would have addressed it. So and then too, trying to keep my mindset in the spirit of joy, so I can be laughful for these people and do my job. I just wanted to do my job to the best of ability. Because then I would have been in the green room like, oh, I came out. Welcome to the show, mother.
This is a clean comedy show. Oh my lord.
Oh lord. So that's
dang, Malachi.
Yeah.
I be in the audience like, that's not my husband. What is happening?
Yep. All right, aggressive. Aggressive style. Aggressive communication.
Expressing feelings, needs, and ideas at the expense of others. Ignoring others' rights in order to support your own. Defensive or hostile when confronted by others. Often alienates and hurts others. It can help meet your needs quickly. I bet you it can.
Right.
Fix it now.
Right. Now. Often alienates or hurts people. That's deep.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? So
I can be that too sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, blunt.
Can't help you meet your needs quickly. That's good. If you need something, hey, this is what I need you to do.
Yeah.
That could be an aggressive style of communication.
Hey, your breath thing.
Right.
Brush your teeth.
You know, expressing feeling needs at the expense of others, ignoring others' rights in order to support your own. So it's like I'm not worried about how this feels to you. This is what needs to be done. So
it can be selfish too.
It can be. But I feel like in a lot of cases this is necessary. An aggressive,
depending on
some cases.
Yeah, some people that hear you the first time, you don't have to come up. I said, like wait, all I had to do was ask.
Like, whoa, playboy.
What is happening?
Whoa. Yeah, so aggressive communication style.
Stop licking yourself, dog. Oh my goodness.
You're going right back to it. All right. So that's aggressive.
Yeah.
That's an aggressive style. Next we have passive aggressive.
Oh, I already did one.
Yeah, that's you.
Appearing passive on the surface, but subtly acting out anger. Exerting control over others by using sarcasm. Oh yeah. And indirect communication or avoiding the conversation. Limited consideration for the rights, needs, or feelings of others. Yeah, I mean, when you be mad, It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna be sarcastic, so I don't have to punch nobody in the face.
Yeah, but subtly acting out of anger though.
You're like, oh, nothing's wrong. I guess.
Yeah, but you doing.
I guess you just love lying to me. That's wonderful.
Right,
like,
right. I guess you follow her too, or like what? You know, the little stuff. Not saying you do that.
I never said that one.
Yeah, no. Yeah, not saying you do that at all.
I'm like, I'm trying to find an example, but I ain't never said that one.
Not saying that at all. But yeah, so that's passive aggressive.
Wherever you at, Big Booty Judy, know that this is my man. I will cut you. Oh,
that's
aggressive.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Okay.
Passive aggressive. I don't know.
And last but not least, we have assertive. Okay.
Oh, I like that one. I think that's what you are.
Yes, I would agree. Direct, honest communication of thoughts and feelings. Respecting the feelings, ideas, and needs of others while also asserting your own. May not be effective when interacting with individuals that threaten your personal safety. People often misinterpret assertive behavior as aggressive. Americans and women are often mislabeled as a result. Interesting. So, people that are assertive, they can take it the wrong way. Oh man, why you coming here telling us what you like? This is
what needs to be done.
This is what needs to be done. I'm the leader in here.
You need to go get on the treadmill.
Come on,
work it out.
We're going to the gym.
I'm
not concerned with how you feel because this is what you need.
Right.
So yes, direct, honest communication of thoughts and feelings. That's definitely me. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on, exactly what's my interpretation of the situation. You know, I'm going to be honest about it, thoughts and feelings. But I'm also going to respect the feelings and ideas. I'll still ask you, hey, How do you feel about this?
Yeah, sometimes. Cool. And then you just drag me by the hair and take me to Planet Fitness.
Hey, you know, whatever it takes to get it done.
And then the police come and anyway.
She being dramatic. I'll ask you, well, why don't you? I'm like, okay, well, we're still.
Because I don't want to.
Okay, well, that's great. We're still going to go. All right.
So, no, we not.
Okay, well, let's get in the car.
You ain't my daddy.
Okay, well, let's just start with getting in the car.
I can't stand this treadmill.
Okay, well, just keep going. Okay, well, we're going to work on chest.
In the gym complaining, I hate you.
Yeah, then you leave like, oh, I like this. I'm like,
yeah. This is good. Oh, I feel lighter already.
Feel strong? Okay, good. Yes. So that's an assertive communication style, and I would definitely say that's me. You say you were passive aggressive.
I think I'm all of them.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
For the most part, though, I can be passive aggressive. I be trying to come out of it because, like, with passive aggression, it's like you kind of you're not supposed to assume things, but sometimes you kind of assume the worst because if you think a certain way and somebody else don't, you think this person really don't care about me. Like, say a person's supposed to pick you up at 10 o'clock and they don't pick you up to 10:30. It's like, dang, they really not concerned about my time. So then they pick you up, like, oh, I guess you just having a good old time. Forget me. I'm waiting, for you to pick me up. And so it's like it's pretty much a cry out for help and with your emotions because you're hurt that this person did not keep their word. So instead of saying, hey, it really hurt my feelings when you told me that you would be here at 10 o'clock and you got here at 10:30 and have a conversation, it's just easier to be like, dang, you just selfish. What's going on with your life? You know? Yeah. How dare you?
Like, what are you doing? So, like you said, instead of just asking what happened, you'll beat around it.
Assume, because it's like you knew you had to be here at 10. So why are you here at 10:30? Like, I don't get that.
There's no way
There's
in the world.
No reason you should be here at 10:30. You should be here at 10.
Yeah.
We had a conversation, and then don't let it be my car. Like,
oh man, yeah.
Like, you can pick me up late in your car, but not in my car.
Yeah.
No sirree, ma'am, pal.
Ma'am, pal, sir. Yeah. That's it right there. That's it. So those are 4 styles of communication. And if you're reading this, if you're watching this later, type in the comments. What type of communication style do you feel like you are? Between the 4 of these. And or which one do you lean more towards? Because we all may have certain parts and certain situations that we are may bring out each on either one. But I would say my underlining is definitely assertive. And maybe I have times where I could be aggressive too. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah.
Well, all right, let me calm yourself down.
Let me dial it back a little bit. Yep. So, next part of the show we have. Thank you for our people that are watching.
Thank you for everyone who's watching it.
If you are tuning in, this is episode 3 of the LuvLee Podcast. Yay. Can you hear me? Yes. So we are talking communication today. We're discussing this. If you haven't seen, be sure to check out episode 1 and 2, available on our YouTube page. And also tap in on our Instagram page and our Facebook.
Yeah, the LuvLees. LuvLees.
Yes. Okay, next we have some communication tips. We have some communication tips that we have here. These are some that we actually came up with.
Yeah. Is there a way to do our video and that at the same time?
Like that?
Yeah, I guess so. So they can see us. Because it looks like, slideshow. Like, oh, yeah, let's watch this slideshow.
Yeah, I know, right? I know, right?
Here we go.
Here we go.
What's the next slide?
What's the next slide, Clyde? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so, oh, wait. Let me do it like this. No, let me do it like this. No, let me do it like right.
Hope y'all don't hear.
I just did. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Enjoying himself on himself.
So Aggressive communication. So, 5, we have 10 tips for communication. LuvLees communication tips. Number one is remember that you are on the same team.
Yeah.
Okay? Because a lot of times when you're communicating something, mainly when it's something not so favorable, you got to remember that you all are on the same team. You got to remember that you're working towards the same goal, which is oneness, which is togetherness, which is collaboration, teamwork. That's the goal. So remember that you're on the same team. But that can be difficult when you have something that is not so favorable. That can be very difficult. Mm-hmm. So you want to make sure that you're always on the same page and working towards the same goal. Yeah. Even if it's something that you may not necessarily agree on, or if it's something that you were offended by, or vice versa. Mm-hmm. Remember, you're on the same team. The enemy is the enemy, and the situation is the situation, not each other.
Each other. It'd be hard though, because when you see the person do what the person shouldn't be doing, you'd be like, "That the enemy didn't do that. She did that. He did that."
Right, right. But the goal is still togetherness. Yeah. You know, and you got to remember, this person, although you might have done something, you got to know that person still has good intentions. Mm-hmm. Like my intentions were good, my actions weren't, but I still intended good. So how can we get better? Move forward. That's the whole goal.
Together, because when the enemy can put something in between your marriage, then it don't stop. It just keep going and going and going and going. Mm-hmm. Like Trump do with his hands, just keep like that. Just keep going and going until y'all not one no more. Yep. And God created marriage for the purpose of being one.
Absolutely.
The second tip we got is be accountable and take ownership, which that's hard to do. It's easy for me and him. I think that's the one thing that got us together is because we're both like that. We're both very accountable. Mm-hmm. Like if you say, "Hey, this bothered me," we'll look at ourselves and be like, "Oh, okay, I did mess up."
Yeah.
Or I see what they mean, or you may not agree all the time, but it's like I see what you mean by this bothered you, and when you're accountable, then you can work towards fixing the issue. Right.
You can work towards the goal. Mm-hmm. That's true. And so you take your part, I take my part. That's the thing, and that's one of the things I've always loved about you is your level of accountability that you have. Even if you do make mistakes, you come with it like, hey, this I did this and that, and I messed up. I'm like, oh, you know this, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. I remember before we were even started dating, we had just in the early on of liking each other, something happened, and I was done. I was like, that's a red flag. I don't need nobody doing that in my life. You know what I'm saying?
And I was like, I was done too. I'm like, how dare you invite me to come see you do something, and you already got a date. So I just assumed, and then. When we had a conversation, I was like, oh, that's not the case. Yeah. My bad. I shouldn't have said that. Yeah. And I ended up making you a peach cobbler.
You did. But you also had told me that you said you brought from the way I remember it, you brought it to me before I even could say something. You was like, hey, I assumed the worst and I left and I shouldn't have done that. And I was like, what?
Yeah, because I heard somebody say Malachi and his date. And I was like, oh. Why he invite me? And I just left. Like, I'm not about to be no third wheel.
And it's funny because that was my friend. Her boyfriend was there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the first thing I heard as soon as I walked in. They like, yeah, Malachi and his date. I was like...
They said that over the mic?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. People just...
I was like, oh, shoot. I ain't about to embarrass myself. I walk my happy-go-lucky butt out the door. Yeah. Slide out. Interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, communication. Right. Because you could have came and asked me right then and there. Is that your date? Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, here, this is my friend,
But see, when you've been through such a past, you used to people doing stupid stuff. So I was like, I don't even want to know. I'm just out.
I
don't even need to ask you. Yeah. I am done.
Gone. Right. Peace out.
Peace to the Middle East.
Player.
Real, actually. Yeah.
Right. All right, number 3. Feelings and facts are 2 different things.
Okay, Nick. Who is you yelling at? You almost made me say the word.
No, I was yelling at my audience.
Oh, stop yelling at them too.
You right, my fault.
Whoever you yelling at, you better be yelling at yourself.
My fault, audience. My fault. I ain't mean. I ain't mean to yell at y'all like that.
Right.
I got excited. I got riled up.
Okay, don't get riled up.
Feelings and facts are two different things. Now, this is very important because, whoo-wee.
Why is it saying? This your favorite one?
Yes, it might be.
I'm the one that made this one up, actually.
That's why I love you, because you accountable.
Maybe take this off and do your speech or something. Take that down and so people can get a close up on you.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. They need to see my face on this. Like, feelings and thoughts, feelings and facts are two different things. Okay? So this is very important because when you are human, you have thoughts, you have feelings, you have ideas that'll come to you. One are emotions, and two can be the devil a lot of times. And the devil, or your feelings, or your emotions, or you'll try to fill in the answer of what it is. So instead of getting some facts straight, you'll create this reality of what you have. And that reality, your perception will become your reality. And then you like, oh, I know this. I know you did this because of this, this, and that. And now you bring it to me like, hey, I know you did this, this, and that. So why you do it? You like, well, you ain't even asked me why I did this, this, and that. So,
I mean, that is me. But like, it's this book called The 4 Agreements, and that's one of the agreements too. It said never assume. It's so hard not to though, because it's like feelings and facts are different. But like, if somebody say, I cannot stand chocolate ice cream, and you see them eat chocolate ice cream, it's like, but you ate chocolate ice cream, like.
Right.
How am I not supposed to feel like you lied? Like, you're eating it now. Like, it's not logical to me. So my feelings immediately see it and be like, no, that's not. Come on now. And that's why that's how I create stuff in my head. Right.
When to that person, they're eating that chocolate ice cream because, hey, I really needed something sweet, and I rather just chocolate ice cream is the only thing around right now. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm eating this chocolate ice cream. Oh man, this is not the best. I don't like this chocolate ice cream. If somebody bought this for me, no. But it's here. All right. Oh my God. Let me just. It's like when you eat that good meal, you just need something sweet sometimes. But it's not your preference. Don't serve me up no chocolate ice cream no more. If we're going back to the store, don't buy me no more. You feel me?
We sound like we're speaking metaphors. We really talking about chocolate ice cream.
Yeah.
It sounds like we're speaking some real live stuff.
It's not. It's just an example.
I ain't want no chocolate ice cream.
That's just example you use, so I rock with it. But you definitely have to understand that your feelings and your facts are two different things. So ask to get clarity.
And if you deal with that, then you really have to ask God to help you cast down the imagination. Present yourself against the knowledge of God. And feed yourself with the word. What is God's facts? What is the truth? You know, I have the right to call out Abba, Father. I'm created, beautifully and wonderfully made. God knew me before the foundations of the earth. He knew me when I was in my mother's womb. And you have to go to the facts instead of thinking about the feelings. It's easier said than done. But yeah, you got to, like, consciously. That's what I've learned with being with him. Because, like, even in the beginning of our relationship, I would have, like, thoughts that come to my head because of the stuff I've been through with the past. Like, I was in a really, I would say, emotionally abusive relationship prior to him. And so when I got with him, there's no emotional abuse. But if I see anything that looks like, what is that? Immediately the devil can go into my mind. I can go into my mind, flesh, whatever, my past experience, and be like, oh, this looks familiar. And then I'm like, oh man, he doing this like that and this and this and that. When he's not, but this is what's going on in my head. So it's very it's a blessing, and it's a blessing to be with somebody who does have integrity, who shows you something different, because it helps you retrain your mind. And it helps you to think differently versus how you are used to thinking, because you always got to protect yourself from somebody abusing your trust. So, like, the beginning of our relationship, it was rough for me. Like, I had so many struggles. He saw some of my struggles, but he didn't see all of them. and I would have to like definitely talk to myself and get myself together before I talk to him, and be on a good positive note, so that when I talk to him, I'm not assuming the worst of him, because he's not my experience of what I've been through. So, and now I still deal with stuff like that, but it's way more easier if I get a thought to be like, whatever. Mm-hmm. And that's because he showed me who he is. And that's why today I was so mad about that time thing. I was like, what? Trusting you, So.
Yeah. Or asking, you dispelling the thought, but also asking, hey, this is what I'm thinking. What's up? And there's times for both where that's just straight up not true. And then also I have a question for you. Like, so I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of how far you've come in your emotions, and I'm proud of myself, honestly, for how I've handled a lot of these situations. Yeah, because a lot of it was not fair to me. And I'm like, this not even my character. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm dealing with this bunch of garbage, but at the same time, it's that wounded puppy. You can't blame that puppy for lashing out. They were raised that way, and so now you have to love them until until they know they're in a new environment. So this is fantastic. Next, we have number 4.
Be honest with your feelings.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of what we talked about, like just being able to come to the person with the question, being honest with the feelings. But it's also important to be able to know that your partner is someone who you can be honest with. Because sometimes you be honest with your feelings with a person who is not even worth the honesty. Like they will use it against you.
That's good.
And be like, oh, that's why you was depressed. So to helping your goofy butt.
With that voice? Yeah. Oh, that's why you depressed. Yeah. Dang.
They use that.
Hey, disclaimer, I ain't never said that.
No, not him.
Yeah, I was just laughing.
Pass.
Oh, that's why you depressed.
Like in your face, okay? That's you come
crazy.
to them like, hey, I deal with depression.
You're like, dang!
Right? They're like, oh, I got you, boo, no worries. The next day, they're like, yeah, that's why you depressed.
Yeah, remember yesterday
Remember when you told me you were sad?
You was crying yesterday.
You're right. Yeah. That's why you depressed.
Yeah.
Like, dang.
I need some
I'm
help.
telling you nothing ever.
Yeah. Be honest.
Like throwing it in your face. And that's the thing with men too. Like, and I'm not a man, don't get me lying, but it takes a lot, I believe, for a man to come to a woman and be like, hey, this is what I'm struggling with, blah, blah, blah. And to trust you with that.
Yeah.
And then you take that and be like, yeah, that's why he's struggling with this.
Yeah, exactly.
He ain't crap. And it's like,
he broke. Like, dang,
that's why you ain't got no money. Like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You feeling insecure about your head, huh?
Right.
Like, whoa.
That's why your head lopsided. You broke your mama's vagina.
Like, dang.
You're like, dang, really?
Right.
That was in secret. Ain't nobody know I broke the vagina. Oh, I'm doing too much.
So that being honest, that honestly goes 2 ways. Is one being honest within myself to communicate my honest feelings to you. And 2, you receiving my honesty and not holding it against me. It's a 2-way street for that honesty, and that makes a healthy blend when you have both. You have someone, even for you being honest, and I'm taking care of that. We both a safe space for each other, and I had to learn that with you, being a man and trying to be strong and doing this and rah rah rah, and knowing sometimes where I'm not okay. You ask me okay, I've learned to say no, I'm not. This is what I'm dealing with. This is what's happening. I appreciate
it because I be looking like something ain't right.
Yeah. Of course I'm all right.
Why would you ask?
You know what I'm saying? So, being that safe space, 1, be honest, 2, be a safe space to receive that person's honesty. No matter what it is, no matter what it is. And I was going to say something else, but we have more to get to.
What you going to say? Say it real quick.
It'll come up.
Oh.
It'll come up in here.
Don't leave me hanging.
I think it's number 6 or something. Number 5, watch your tone, volume, and body language.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch that. Watch your tone, watch your volume, watch your body language.
Okay, dang.
No. I'm just
what you trying to say?
I'm just relaying it to the people.
He was looking at me very high.
I'm just relaying to the
He
people.
was like, watch your tone.
Watch your tone.
Watch your body.
That's your body language. Nah, but yeah, tone, volume, body language. It is very key. I myself, I can get frustrated with Danny a lot of times. Not a lot of times. It's not a lot of times at all.
Oh God.
Because it's
like Ike, Danny.
Now it's very rare that we have disagreements. We communicate very well. Even if we did have a disagreement, it's not an argument. That's the thing. We very rarely argue. If we do, very rarely.
If we do, it's like, oh man, it sucks.
It's like, ugh. We forget that it can happen when it happens because it don't happen at all.
How did this happen?
Yeah, because we communicate well. So even when there is a disagreement, like today, we had a disagreement, but we talked it out so smooth, it just be smooth. That's just what it is. But when it gets to a point where it's an argument, that's when it became an argument. When the tone changed, the volume was increased, the body language was aggressive. All those things made it into an argument, and that's when you get an argument versus communication versus a conversation. Is when your tone and your body language and your volume is too much. And so there's times where I could be upset and I'll yell. You know, it's very rare I'll yell.
I think it was one time we was in the car.
Yeah.
What did you say? I don't remember.
So what you want me to do, Danielle? That's what I said. Yeah.
Something like that. And I was like,
yeah, the Holy Spirit got on me quick. Like, hey, you need to calm down. Oh yeah.
I forgot what happened. I had blacked out. I don't know what happened after that.
We sat in silence for like some little some minutes.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And I said immediately before we got silent, like, I apologize, but we're gonna talk in a minute, like, because we need to chill out. I need to chill out. You know,
I need to chill out before she killed me. And Jesus told me I'm doing too much.
Yeah, doing too much. You know. And then before the wedding, we had a big blowout.
Oh yeah, it was about the reception and stuff. That was stressful.
Yeah. So with this.
Oh yeah, and I prayed, and I was like, Lord.
Yeah, and I prayed too.
Let him understand.
We were in two separate parts of the house, and we both prayed, and it's like the Holy Spirit told us each what to do.
Yeah.
And then like it came right back together.
And we were straight.
Yeah.
We ate our nachos and kept it going.
We did. But you know, watch the tone, and I have to learn it. Even when I know she's wrong, you know what I'm saying? It's I'm not trying to throw you under the bus.
Which is rare. It is, and especially when I say I might be wrong, that means I'm right, and then he go check and be like,
I'm just saying. I'm saying from a standpoint of like this offended me, or you should have done this way, or whatever it is. But I'm not trying to throw you under the bus. My point is that.
No, go ahead, throw me.
My point is that even if you know you're right, whatever the party is that they're right, you got to understand that you still got to watch your tone, you still got to watch your body, you still got to watch your body language, even in the face of being right, even in the face of trying to convey something and the person isn't understanding it. You can't talk to them like they're a child. You can't talk to them, you can't be loud.
It's not gonna make it better because when you talk to them passive aggressively or getting loud to them, they're
condemning.
They're going to shut down.
Yeah.
And they're not going to want to figure out what you're trying to say. It's going to be like, oh, okay, let me ignore him or her because I'm about to snap.
Yeah, exactly. So watch all three. Watch the tone, watch the body language, watch your volume. Okay? Next up. Lower that voice. Next up, number 6. Oh, we on to the next slide. Number 6. Set aside time to talk when you are calm. Yeah, we just talked about that. Like within watching your tone, watching your body language. And so even within that one disagreement we had to cool out. We had to give each other space and time to cool out. And staying in the same realm. You don't go nowhere, fellas. Ladies, whoever. Stay in the house, stay in the car. You can't leave.
Yeah.
Because the enemy wants to create separation. So
and that separation, you start really thinking of stuff as you walk in. You're like, man, F her.
Yeah.
She get on my nerves.
Yeah.
She don't even understand what I go through. Man, he get on my nerves. He don't understand nothing.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Y'all both be separated.
Far and far. You going for a drive, and now she calling her girlfriend. And you calling your
you
homeboy.
walking like, ooh, look at them muscles.
Man, you see, the enemy gonna bring something. You gonna walk into 7-Eleven. It's gonna be something you like right there. I remember there was
a movie.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like, let's put that right there.
Yeah.
That's right there.
I remember there was a time we had a disagreement and it got really tough, and I was like, man, I'm done, man. I went to the other room, put some clothes on. I was like, I'm about to go for a drive. I heard the Holy Spirit so clear. It said, don't go nowhere. I was like, but he said, don't go nowhere. I was like, I'm about to clean the fridge. I cleaned the fridge out.
That fridge was clean. Nice. I was like, well, I need to make him mad more often. It's beautiful.
No, you did not.
You clean. That fridge was spotless.
It was. It gave me something to put my anger into it. It felt good. Especially having it done. She came down, oh, it looks good. I was like, yeah. But set aside time to cool out. You know, if you know the conversation is starting to get argumentative, hey, okay, let's take some breaths and let's come back in a little while after we cool out.
Maybe we need to meditate.
Yes, let's breathe.
Christian meditation.
Take some time.
Breathe.
Step back. Like, oh, let's have this conversation later. Mm-hmm. Even when today she texted me, I said, let's talk about this later. Because in the text is one thing, but let's talk about this later.
And then you have to submit to each other, because I could have texted them back like, oh no, we gonna talk about this now.
I'm glad you submitted.
But I did not.
Because I wasn't gonna respond.
I want to take the phone and go, like, hallelujah.
I'm getting this word in me. I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't know what you came to do.
Oh, I already did a job. Number 7. Try not to solve the problem. Just be an active listener.
Oh, are you just gonna let me take this one over?
I mean, you know, like sometimes men try to fix everything.
We do.
We be telling you something, y'all be trying to fix it, and it's like, I don't need you to fix this. Yeah. Just listen to me.
Even if we have a solution
that you think is a solution,
an effective solution
in your head,
an effective
your feeling
possibility solution.
Mm-hmm.
You still have to. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run, know when just to listen. Because a lot of times, especially as a woman, you just want to be heard. Mm-hmm. You know, men are solution based. We are okay. How can we fix it? That's how we're wired to think. Women are emotional. They want to talk. They want to be heard. They want to be listened to. They want to just know that somebody heard what's going on in here. Mm-hmm. Men like, I need to fix this. If something going on here, we trying to get to the result.
Move y'all hands.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we that's, you know what I'm saying. We trying to get it done. So, and
then most of the time, not all the time, but in most cases, most women already have the solution, because men, like, they operate in pockets and we operate in purses. So we can process things. We have more corpus in the middle of our brain. So we can process things really fast, really easily sometimes. So we may already have the solution. And while they're trying to give us a solution, it's like, I don't want the solution. I just want you to listen so that I can go and salutation or whatever word I just made up, because I already have it. You know, I just need you to listen because I'm frustrated. Yeah. And I don't know how to get through this frustration or this sadness or the depression, or for me, depression or whatever.
Right. Like, I know what to do. I just want you to hear how I
just
feel.
need you to listen to it, because I'm frustrated. Mm-hmm. And I already know what's going to happen. I'm going to have to go to the funeral by myself. I'm going to have to deal with my friend losing her mom and me having triggers of thinking about me losing my mom, because I need to be there for somebody else and not be selfish. I'm going to have to do all of that stuff. I already know the solution. I just need to talk about it so that so all of my senses are not crazy. So I'm not just there the whole time like,
You need to release.
Yeah.
That's good. Number 8. Don't take what they say personal.
That's hard.
That is very hard. Why is that so hard?
Because I feel like, and I can be wrong, but for me, first impressions matter. Mm-hmm. And if a person says something, it was in their sha-na-na, and they meant that. So if they say it, it's like, you meant that. Mm-hmm. So when you say, oh, I apologize, I didn't mean that, blah, 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 you meant some of it in some kind of way. And now, in order to move forward, especially in a partnership, you have to figure out a way not to take it personally. Like even with friendships or whatever, you still got to figure out a way to move forward if that's the plan. So it's like, you got to figure out a way to ignore what they said and put it somewhere else and try to focus on the other good stuff. Because for me, it's hard to not take stuff personally, because when I say stuff, I mean it for the most part. Like sometimes if I say something that I felt like was harsh, it may be a wrong way of saying it, but you still kind of mean it subconsciously in my head. And sometimes I have said things that I was like, oh, I didn't even say it like that.
Yeah.
Why I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah.
And it come out the wrong way. So that can happen. So I don't know.
That's good.
What about you?
Yeah, I think that's hard for a lot of times because for a man, you know, the ego gets in the way. That's one thing you got to continue to conquer is your ego, you know, and knowing that you have room to improve. When you are in the space that you can improve, you're not going to take it personal, but you're going to take it personal when you think you're perfect, when you think you live in this realm that, hey, I ain't doing nothing wrong. So when someone says something, hey, this offended me, you didn't do this, you know what I'm saying? You like, yo, I'm doing all I can. You gonna tell me I didn't? Mm-hmm. So it's not that you are insignificant. It's just, hey, this is the area you can grow in. Mm-hmm. You're a human. I know you make mistakes. So moving forward, this is what I need from you. Mm-hmm. I'm not looking at the fact that you didn't do it. I'm looking forward to the fact that this is what you can improve on. Mm-hmm. So just constantly putting that ego down and bringing God in. That's when you take it personal, when you're not bringing God in. Mm-hmm. If you have a mindset for improvement, you're not going to take it personal.
Right. If you're accountable, you're not going to take it personal. Like that way. I guess the way I've looked, and it's funny because I think I wrote the rule, but there's different ways to look at the rule. The way I looked at that rule was like, when people say, don't take what they say personally. Like, you get on my nerves or, you know, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
I was looking at it from that perspective. But from your perspective, I like that way better. Like,
but it's both, though. You know, because, yeah, you getting on my nerves. It's just a result of the situation. It's not a personal attack. Mm-hmm. And you got to know that. Like again, you're on the same team. We're going for the same goal. And the enemy is the enemy. And the situation is the situation. Mm-hmm. Versus this is defining point of view. This is who you are. Like, I'm not saying this is who you are, but this is what you did. Mm-hmm. How can we get past it?
It's the same goal. You like, oh, dang, they must admit that. I really get on their nerves.
You had to, right? Right. Mm-hmm. All right. Number 9.
Don't make assumptions. Ask questions.
Yep. You have to be inquisitive. That is a big key to life. You know, whether you're in a business arena, in relationships, you got to ask questions. Mm-hmm. You know, if you're in a class and you don't know, ask a question. Don't assume this is what you think they meant. If you don't really understand, you really have to ask. Mm-hmm. And that makes you a better communicator when you can just simply ask a question.
Because when you assume, you're not getting an understanding at all. You're just assuming, well, I think it's blah, blah, blah. And then you're living your life based off of what you think versus the actual answer. Mm-hmm. And once you get the actual answer, sometimes it's like, oh, it takes a lot of weight off of you. Yeah. It's like, most of the time, if it's something negative, it's not what you were thinking. Right. If you assume something negative. Mm-hmm. So.
Absolutely. If you assume. Yep. So that's an important one. That's one of my favorites. Asking questions versus assuming. Just be inquisitive. That's the thing, because you want to know why a thing happens versus, oh, I know why that happened.
But it also can be hard, like I said, when you've been in a horrible past, it can be difficult because some people, which gets to our final one, some people are not open to questions. So you can ask them a question and they be ready to cut you out. Why are you accusing me of walking sideways? Yeah.
And that brings us to number 10. Be open to questions. Be open to questions. You know, don't be afraid of questions. Don't be
afraid. If somebody is trying to ask you a question, then don't be afraid of questions. Don't assume that they ask you these questions because they're accusing you of something. They may just want to know the answer instead of assuming. Because if they assume, then that makes them accuse you of something because they just took what they assumed, and they just walked along with it. They like, yeah, he don't like the color blue. I'm just gonna assume it. All this time you like the color blue. And they buying you red stuff for the rest of your life. You like, I don't even like red. Why they keep buying me red stuff?
Yeah, that's real. So, and I had to adjust to that. You know, she asked a lot of questions. You know. And I had to adjust to that, you know, and not take it personal that she's asking these questions. She needs to know for her, whatever the reason is. So let me just I got nothing to hide, so let me answer these
and
questions.
then he don't. It's funny because I grew up in a household where and it is something we do now often. Like every time we would leave, I love you, I love you, I love you, and we always ask questions. So sometimes it'd be your past, but sometimes it'd be what you grew up in, and so it'd be like, dang, why don't he ever ask me where I'm at? You know, like why don't he ask me what restaurant I'm going to? I'm like, I'm about to go out. He's like, have fun. I'm like. You don't even know where I'm going. I could be going to Ohio.
That's hilarious.
He's like, peace. I'm like, dang, can you ask me where I'm going? Like, I could be going to Henry's, anything, strip club, anywhere. You like, yeah, have fun, girl.
Yeah, I mean, that's
I'm like, ask me questions, please.
Ask me something.
Right. Act like you care.
Yeah. And it's funny because I do care. You know, but I mean, it's funny because when you told me, you called me yesterday. So this is something that actually happened yesterday. I was with my homeboy working, and she called me and said, hey, I'm about to go out with my homegirl and go out to eat. I was like, oh, that sounds good. Have fun. You know, that was it. And I, not knowing, you know, I didn't know where she was going. Like, I trust her. She's an adult woman. I trust her. I have her location, one. Like, it's all these parameters already set up. She told me she's going to do something. I'm already out, so I understand, you know, she needs to get out. I'm like, that's good for you. I told her, that's good. You need to get out with your friends. Go.
Which, I mean, I appreciate that, but it's just like, I don't know. Actually,
and
in my head, as an older person, I don't care about that location thing. People can turn that off, even though you know I'm not going to.
But I would get the notification that you turned it off, and now it's like, yo, what you turning your location off for? Now it's the question.
But the location could be off, like, hey, she over here when I'm actually over there.
No, if the location is off, I would get a notification.
Technology can mess up, and I can be like over here, and then it can be showing that I'm over somewhere else.
I've never had that happen.
I've never just looked at it, but I'm saying it's a possibility. Like I never just held the iPhone like.
That ain't how location work. But okay, in the perfect world, the location ain't gonna be inaccurate. So
ask me where I'm going.
Yeah, I'll ask where you're going if you want me to know where you're going. But why not just tell me? But why not just tell me? Which you did text me the first location. You called me back when it changed. You communicated, which is why I love you, because you communicate well.
I love you too, my love cake. Look how my hand fit in his big old hand, or my little hand fit in his hand.
So be sure to subscribe. Thank you for tuning in.
Like and share. If you are in Michigan, we have our show every Thursday at Palmer's Bar and Grill.
Yes.
It is a free show, but we also have shirts and books that are on sale for $25 a piece. So if you want to donate or give us shirt or buy our shirt and books, you can do that as well at this free show. They also have drinks and that you can buy and stuff like that.
Yep. I thought I had it here, but I don't.
Yeah, but it's every Thursday at Palmer's Bar and Grill, 30375 Plymouth Road in Livonia, Michigan.
Yep.
Black-owned bar.
Yep.
Last week we was outside, and it was a lot of fun.
Yep.
And we did our thing.
A lot of fun.
So,
yeah, doors usually open at 7, and we usually start no later than 7:30. So definitely come and tune out. People have been turning out, so we're super excited, and it's free. Come out, support the bar, get some food, get some drinks, and have a good time. We have a bunch of open mic comics that come through. We come through, and it's just a really good time. It's been growing.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Growing. Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
Happy, wholesome. Well, people cuss and stuff. We don't, but sometimes we do.
Yeah. But it's a good time.
It's a good time.
And even if that's not your move, you'll still have a good time. We've had our friend Kathy Johnson, man. She's been bringing
a lot of people, a whole bunch of people, and it's been great.
It has.
Yeah.
She's been bringing the crowd for us. Like
she has lately.
Her whole group. So if you want to show up like she's showing, we gave her a free shirt.
We did.
We got to give her a book now, too.
Yeah, she keep doing it.
She keep bringing it.
We ain't got nothing else to give her. Clothes on our backs. This picture here, Kathy, take our picture.
What do you need?
Right, because she's been bringing people. And I think you have a show on the 13th. We don't have the flyer, but it's on the 13th for back to school, right?
That's the 10th. The 10th, I have a back to school next Saturday, I think it is. Back to school event. And then also on the 13th, I'll be at Soul Bistro in Detroit on 6 Mile.
That's going to be a really funny show.
Yeah, great lineup. Andy Caps, Chef Bullet, Derek Irvin, Buddy Love, myself.
Yeah.
Man, it's gonna be a fantastic
bunch of funny
show.
guys.
Yeah.
And I sound like Trump when I said a whole bunch of funny guys. And then on the 18th, me and him, we're doing a clean comedy show for somebody who booked us a private party.
Private event.
And on the 28th, I have a clean comedy show for a guy who booked me for a private event.
So we're available for private events as well. If you have an event you need us to host, you have a group you want us to give jokes to, come speak at, give some laughter, bring some light to, whatever it may be. You can email us at the LuvLees production at gmail.com.
LuvLees production without a S at gmail.com. We'll send you a price link, and or you can call us on our phone at 616-288-4932, I think.
48.
For
my phone right there. Yeah. So yeah,
that's our Google number. That's why we're not slow to the point where we don't know our phone number.
Yeah.
Like, what is our number?
It's the business line. 616-288-4932.
Oh, look at me. I got it right.
You did.
All right. Well, praise the Lord.
So we love you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tapping in.
Thank you.
We pray that you are we pray that this blesses you. We pray that you continue to go forward in your endeavors, go forward in your purpose, and understand that you have a purpose. You're here on purpose, through purpose, and in purpose.
Always remember to choose love and communicate well. Love y'all. Peace out. Can you hear me?
Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello? Hello?